let's take a look at the PulseChain ecosystem right now. We got Pulse at hanging out where it's been the last couple of weeks, basically at the 000135 mark, roughly. We got Pulse X at about 48% below the SAC rate, and we have the combined hexes sitting at about 2.4 cents right now. We have seen a bit of a recovery over the major dip that we had there. I guess it was about 2 weeks ago or so. But yeah, things are kind of coming back up, and we're hanging out in this zone right now. So I know that I aped in a good bit during this downturn that we just had over last weekend. So that was very nice. But yeah, if you want to pull up the Pulse chart, Ewok, we could take a look at that too. But my inkling is that, you know, we've continued to stay on the pattern that we're pretty much on, and I definitely still feel bullish. I just think we talked about this on last week's show. You know, when we did have that dip, it was the sentiment was crazy bearish. I mean, like, just people were very, very upset. And we talked about, like, is this really more so time related than it is price related? And I really think that's what it is. And you know, people would talk about that, like, jealousy pump thing, or jealousy FOMO. Like, people are seeing all these other tokens pump, including BTC right now. And, you know, why hasn't PulseChain 10x'd by now, basically? I think we're starting to see that. Yeah. So what do you make of where we're at? Because, I mean, the chart still looks good to me.
Looks great. It looks really good. Again, you know, I said this last week and the week before, and, you know, as long as we keep making higher lows and stair stepping, this is perfect. Like, again, you're going to look back in 6 months, and it may continue just to keep doing this as people get shaken out. And the next thing you know, we've lost to zero. You know,
Yeah.
I don't understand why people are so, you know, they're just not happy with what it's doing, but it is very healthy. Wait, this is PLSX. Hang on a second.
I was going to say something looked a little off.
Yeah.
There. I mean, either way, I mean, it's also been recovering well too, and has been pumping. You know, people have talked about how PulseX and Inc have both pumped hard whenever the ecosystem starts to pump. But there you go.
This is USDC,
Yeah, that's it.
But still, I mean, you get the idea, and it's still doing the same thing. Again, still, you know, following the same pattern as all the other charts. It's not anything different. It's just at a different level. That's all. And like I said, the next thing you know, within a couple months, you know, it's gonna go up. It's gonna pull back. It's gonna go up. And then guess what? Right here, we've already doubled SAC rate. So before you know it, if you're not paying attention, and you're concerned that it's not doing a 10x overnight, which I think people still want that to happen, or want entities to buy in. You know, we talk about some of these. We'll talk about this probably in a little bit as well, but this is so much healthier than just doing a straight up green candle. It's more sustainable, and it won't come back down past there, because most likely a lot of these have been filled. You know, people are getting the ranges that they want, and they're getting out while new money is still coming in. Maybe not millions at a time, but enough to keep the price in this trajectory. So yeah, this is looking so super healthy right now. And while it's not mega bullish, it's bullish enough to be excited about it.
I totally agree. And you're right about, you know, we get up to that area where previous all-time high was, or even near it. There's not a lot of room up there. So, I mean, you could just kind of elevator way. I mean, I remember when we were at those all-time highs, because it was probably like June of last year, and it wasn't for very long. So,
Yep.
Yeah. So once we're there, boy, who knows where we could go after that. So,
well, and here's another real quick point too. You know, it's 52 weeks to shake out the weekends, and you know, we're what, 9.5 months in, or roughly.
Yeah.
So
we're
another 2.5 months. Like I said, you look back and you'll be double SAC rate and be like, oh shit, what happened? You know,
that's how it goes. Yeah, you missed the lows. I mean, like, you're probably never getting Pulse X with that extra zero on it ever again. You know, you had Pulse at quadruple 033 or something like that, which I'm happy that I was able to buy those prices, but it always feels like never enough, you know, once you've already gone up. So